This is Geekazine's coverage of VMworld 2012. Continuing coverage of VMworld 2012, Jeffrey Powers here. We're here with Brian from Stratus Technologies. We're in the NEC booth, but of course Stratus Technologies works with NEC.
Absolutely, long-term engineering relationship between the two.
Okay.
Exactly.
And we're talking about fault tolerance and basically mirroring a blade. And something that you guys have that a lot of other companies don't have. Why don't you talk a little bit about that?
Really unique product is what it is. Really, it's a hardware fault tolerance solution. NEC and Stratus are the only guys in the industry who do this. Okay. And bottom line is, from a Stratus perspective, this is the only thing we've been doing for 32 years. It is the only thing we've always done since our inception.
Okay, so how does it work exactly?
Basically what we've got, you can think of it almost as two conventional servers. The only piece of unique proprietary hardware in the box would be a couple of custom ASICs, and those ASIC chips basically will sync up the processors such that they're operating in lockstep. To net it out, basically you've got a processor, one processor is adding 1 and 1 on the same click of the clock, its partner is adding 1 and 1 at the same time. So theoretically, you could have to be ridiculous about it, you could have a CPU blow off the board and its partner is going to remain working. There's no failover, there's no pausing, there's none of the stuff that you'd see with a typical high availability solution.
Do you need to have the mirror in the same location, or can they be in different locations?
They have to be in the same location. It's literally what we're seeing behind us here is a schematic of a 4U server. You can think of it almost as two 2U servers that are kind of magically super glued together. That's where the ASICs come in. That's where the secret sauce is all about.
That's secret sauce.
Secret sauce. That's a big secret sauce thing. Yeah.
I'll take a burger with secret sauce. That's all that matters.
That's what we've been doing.
So basically, it's another processor. It's another set of memory. It's another hard drive. It just basically mirrors. So when it needs to go, it makes the switch and does it.
Yeah, and literally, it's not even a make the switch. It's operating simultaneously. Literally, as you said, what we've got here is
when it makes the switch from the productivity to the slave and back and forth.
There's kind of no failover whatsoever. What you're basically doing is, because again it's been lockstep, it's happening at the same click of the clock. Your memory is all mirrored up on both sides of the system, all the way through. All your components are redundant and duplicated all the way out to the back end on your disk drives. So you could literally lose any number of components, and you're going to still keep ticking.
What happens when a fail of one of these devices have? Do you get a warning light or something like that?
What happens is essentially one of those crews, we call them customer replaceable units, one of those 2U blades, if you will, is going to go red light. Okay, the other one's going to remain online. And from a Stratus perspective, what will happen is we're constantly monitoring what's going on that system. So our people back at our service centers are going to immediately identify the systems administrator of, hey, you might have a problem here. Now, a lot of times, and this gets into what we call strata lore, we've got people who don't even know their system has had an outage because, of course, the other side of the system remains up and running. Yeah. And literally the next guy, the next morning, the FedExpress guy shows up with a customer replaceable unit. Literally the whole blade comes in, we unhook them, they slide in, and bang, up and gone. There's no fooling around at a console. These are idiot-proof type of systems.
And this is fully monitored by you guys, right?
Absolutely, yeah, absolutely. Wow. It's a really cool technology. One of the things that we have that's really unique compared to anybody else in the industry, both us and NEC, is these machines very shortly are going to be running the E5, the Intel E5 Sandy Bridge processors. They'll be going up to 8-core processors at that time. So you're going to have 16 CPUs available for a virtualized environment. Today, VMware can go 1 vCPU per VM. Yep. Stratus and NEC, their solution, we're talking about 16 CPUs. This is not a first-generation product. This is, from a Stratus perspective, NEC perspective, this is our 6th generation of products that have been out there. We've had these machines in the field based on the Intel processors for over 10 years now. So this is not something we've just beginning to introduce. This is our 6th generation. We've been doing this for a long time. Stratus, like I've said at the beginning of the interview, this is the only thing we've been doing for 32 years.
Wow, that's crazy. Where can people get more information about this system or more about Stratus Technologies?
Check our website. It's www.stratus.com. The NEC website, NEC America. Check it out. Again, it's a really cool technology. The VMware HA product is dynamite. We love working with VMware. Great solution, but from an availability perspective, the fault-tolerant, continuously available products kind of fit in a niche above what's being able to be provided in either a VMware FT from a performance standpoint or from a VMware HA perspective from an availability standpoint.
Perfect. Well, there you go. Thank you very much for that time, Brian.
Appreciate it. Thanks very much.
If you're looking for something that's going to do a better fault tolerance, if you want to be an IT administrator and you're on vacation, maybe even for a weekend, and something does a failover, and then you come in on Monday and then you realize there was a failover, or you might even know that there was a failover, but know it can get handled because there's going to be somebody that's watching it and actually bringing you the replacement. So by Monday you can just swap it out and be done with it. And check this all out. We've got a lot of great video over here at VMworld 2012. My name is Jeffrey Powers. Check it out over at geekazine.com. Thanks again to Brian.
Thank you.